So you and me can both agree on the fact that amidst the sea of motorcycles that are aimed at being more practical and rational with less weight and more power, the grounded popularity of retro classics will remain untouched. And at the top of that food chain is, well, you guessed it, Royal Enfield. So what we have here today is the BS6 version of the Classic 350, and we are here to see if the new iteration is a giant leap from its predecessors and if it still makes sense in a market where the competition is getting stiffer by the day. With no difference in design except for a few new color options in the palette, let's dive into the changes that the company has given in the riding department. In the new version, Royal Enfield has promised a smoother Classic 350 with better brakes. If you have to compare the new one with its predecessor, the ride indeed has become smoother by a big leap. However, it wasn't smooth enough as vibration still crept in higher in the rev range. However, we figure that the promise in the braking department holds true. The new braking apparatus on the Classic 350 has more bite and it is more progressive, inspiring more confidence to the rider. In its new avatar, Royal Enfield has added a new catalytic converter that adds a kilo more in its already substantial 194 kg curve weight, which on the brighter side isn't that noticeable. At its heart, the new Classic 350 carries the same 346cc single-cylinder engine, and Royal Enfield managed to bring about a marginal change in power figures with the new one rated at 19.8 bhp and 28 Nm of torque. Now for the aficionados, it should be mentioned that while the thump is less prominent than before, the charm it carries remains the same. The motorcycle finds its sweet spot with minimal vibrations at 70 to 75 km per hour, and this is the perfect range for you to cruise. As with most of the cycle parts, the new Classic 350 gets the same suspension apparatus like before, that is set up on a slightly stiffer side. While it managed to iron out most of the small bumps, a slightly deep pothole will communicate with your back. However, this is not a deal breaker as a motorcycle still feels perfect for an ideal urban commute. Speaking of transmission, the first 3 gears are much shorter than before, making the motorcycle feel a bit quicker. Shifting gear was smooth, but there were a few occasions where the motorcycle had a difficult time slotting into the required cog. The new version is a notable improvement from the older one, but considering the market demands and what the competition is willing to offer these days, the Classic 350 might soon have a difficult time in explaining its relevance in the upcoming climate.